Hello, welcome back to Life After Plus One. I'm Leanne, your podcast host and your single parent mentor and coach. And today I want to reflect back on my time as a single mum. What I have learned over the years. Now, as this goes to air, it would be probably right on 10 years of me being a single parent. Now, I haven't been totally single in that time frame. I have been in the dating world and met a few people since then, but it's been 10 years coming up in the first week of May. I broke up with my daughter's father just after her first birthday, and she turns 11 on the 9th of May. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of things you can learn in this time frame of being a single parent. Your mentality, the way you look at things, everything changes. And the longer you become a single parent, the easier it is to adapt to it, the easier it is to get used to it, and the more you quickly realize, I just need to focus on me. So today I want to talk about 10 lessons I've learned in the last 10 years of being a single parent. Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So, let's dive in. Okay, so let's do this. 10 lessons I've learned in the last 10 years. And we do learn so much about ourselves when we are a single parent. We look back in the time when we first broke up from our ex and we think to ourselves, why the fuck did I let that bother me? Why did I care? Look how much stress that just added to my life. So I want to talk about some of these things that you can look back in that time frame, which will massively help all those ones out there that are just freshly broken up, that are new to this single parent scene and are still adjusting to it all. What are some lessons you can take on board from some of the others that have been in the single parent world for a lengthy period of time? Now, one of the biggest tips I can tell you, and one of the biggest things I've learned, it's going to be okay. It will be. When you're in the thick of it, you just think, fuck, it's all going to the shit. I've just got nothing going for me. Everything's my family life. Everything has just all changed. The conflict between you, trying to sort out your finances, trying to sort out where to live, your co-parenting arrangement. You've come from this well put together family life that seemed like it had a happy future. Well, if not a happy future, it seemed like it was all just going to last and it all worked well. And now everything's been thrown upside down. You're doing it on your own. Everything in your world has changed. And you just think to yourself, holy fuck, how do I do this? How do I do this? What do I do? How do I get by? Well, do you know what? Here's a little tip. It's going to be okay. I promise you it will be. It's going to work out. And when you're going through that stage of you just broken up, you just think, I can't see it. It's not. I guarantee you it will. You just need to relax and just let it be and go with it. And that's hard to kind of grasp that concept of that when you're in it. How can I just let it go? You can. Don't sweat the small stuff. Focus on what's necessary because I guarantee you it will work out. And I know a lot of people hate this saying everything happens for a reason. But I promise you, there is something to learn from this lesson about being a single parent. There is something to learn from that relationship breaking down. Whether it be something you can do better in yourself, whether it be a better partner that's out there for you, there is something to learn from this. Use this time to look at that and reflect on that because I guarantee you it's going to be okay. And if anything, it's going to be even better. I promise you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's there. Just don't stress on things that don't need to be stressed about and don't worry about things that you have no control over. It'll work out. Number 2, and this relates to this one I just mentioned, it gets easier. It does. Because when you're just starting out, you just think, what do I do? Where do I go? How am I going to make ends meet? This is not going to work. How am I going to do school pickup and after school activities? This is just shit. This is not going to happen. You make it work. And that's just what our single parents do. We make it work because we don't have a choice. We have to. But it does. It gets easier because you get used to it. That's your routine. That's how it works. And as the kids are older, they become in their teens, they become more self-sufficient, which again, that makes life easier for you. They become at an age where you don't need to be there all the time to watch them. You can run out to the shops and they can stay home. They can help with driving places. They can run up to the shops for you. They may be at an age where you have younger kids and they can stay home and babysit the younger ones while you go out and have fun. So as the kids get older, it does get easier. And as you go through the process more and you get used to everything and you learn from the previous step that it is going to get okay, it will be okay, it gets easier. It does. Number 3 that I've learned from being a single parent, your negative emotions and your negative thoughts only hold you back. They don't affect your ex. They don't hold them back. They don't change their day or what they're thinking. If you're waking up or going through your day thinking negative shit about what's happened with your breakup, about what's happened with your ex, about what you wish could happen or anything like that, you're holding yourself back. If you focus on, okay, that's done, I'm pissed off, but let's reframe this and see what we can do to make this a little bit better. Because if you keep focusing on these negative things, you're holding yourself back. Find something good. Find something that you can redirect your attention to, something more positive, and that's what you can focus on, and that's where you can direct your life. So just remember, when you're pissed off about something, your ex has turned up 15 minutes late and they didn't let you know, or something unexpected has just happened, which happens all the time in co-parenting. There's always going to be something happening that you do not plan for. Welcome to co-parenting. This is how it works. It happens all the time. But if you're going to stew on it, you're going to stress over it, and you're going to get worked up over these little things that's just changed your whole plans, then it's only going to affect your mood. So if your ex has messaged you to tell you something that you don't like, or they've done something that you disagree with, if you just sit there and get the shits about it, you're only affecting your moods, your headspace, and it's only going to fuck up your day. Do not let negative emotions about your breakup hold you back and stop you from living a normal life. Remember that. Number 4, look after you. And it's very easy to not do this, especially, again, when you're just going through the breakup. You're working out your work schedule. You're working out your co-parenting schedule, your school schedule, your after-school pickups and drop-offs and everything else. You're working all that out. And looking after you is probably the last thing on your list at the moment. But I guarantee you, if you allocate at least 15 minutes a day just to do something for yourself, it will help you in so many ways. And I can promise you that it will even help you with the point I just mentioned about your negative emotions. When you've got something that makes you feel good, you're less likely to stress on these negative things that are happening. Find something that you can do for you. Sit down and read a book. Do something alone for yourself. Meditate, do a workout video, go for a walk, go for a run, catch up with a friend for a coffee, anything. But allocate a small amount of time each day to do something for you. Even if it's just, kids, I'm sitting in my bedroom for 15 minutes. I need some quiet time. We all need it. And don't forget to allocate time for you and look after you. Number 5, be smart with your money. Be smart with your money. And I'm saying this because me personally, I wasn't. And I look back and thinking, geez, I made some silly mistakes with my money. But there are people that come from situations where they're really good with money. They've been raised well. They know how to budget and do everything. You've just come from a relationship with someone who's been the primary person to look after the finances or the bills or the budgeting. You may all of a sudden now be out on your own and you're like, I'm not used to this. What do I do? How do I handle this? And in some degree, looking after money is common sense. But in another, it's not. No one teaches us how we should focus our money or how we should allocate our money when we get paid. We just got to wing it and work it out and hope for the best. Be smart with your money is such a useful tool to help you later down the track, and it helps you put money aside. Put money in a savings account as soon as you get paid, instead of having that leftover money and thinking, yep, I deserve this. I'm going to go out and get a new dress. I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to get a haircut. I'm going to go buy a new car. Whatever it is. If you are smart with your money, then later down the track, when you're still single parenting, it will help you. You'll have a little backup fund there that you rely on for things when you have car insurance due, when you have doctor's bills or dental bills or anything that comes up that you're just not expecting. You'll have that little pocket of money sitting there because you've put it aside instead of just spending it on random shit each fortnight because you think, I've got that left over, so I may as well spend it. Be smart with your money. And especially when it's just you, because you never know what can happen. You might have a week where you just can't cook, so you need to maybe pay for things. You might have weeks where you can't do the lawns, or you want to get a cleaner, or you just don't have time to get things done. Then you've got that little pocket of money there that you can allocate to these things. So that's a huge tip that I can recommend when you're single parenting. Be smart with your money. Don't spend it on unnecessary expenses. Don't go out splurging on shit just because you've got money left over. Put some money aside in a savings account. Pay your bills. Whatever's left over, then maybe spend some money for yourself. Do something nice for the kids. Go out for lunch. Go out for a nice day out. Or if you still got money left over, put it back into your savings account. Look at investing. Do something smart with your money so you're not just spending it all. And then when a serious occasion comes or something big comes up that you need to pay for, you're just like, well, fuck, I've got no money. I've got no money. But really, you did have the money, but you just didn't plan for it well enough because when you had it, you were spending it on new clothes and nails and hair and everything else. Be smart with your money is a huge tip when you're single parenting. Plan your money well, budget if you need to, and look at all your expenses and what all your money is going towards and work out what you've got left. That is a big tip when you're single parenting. Another one. Being sick is hard. No one prepares you for what it's like to be sick as a single parent. Fuck me. It is hard. I was just sick 2 weeks ago, and thankfully my daughter, she's only 10, but she's a little bit older where she can help me out. She'll get me water when I needed it, and she'd come and give me a little cuddle. She's so cute. But when they're younger, they can't do that. And you've got to get up and cook, and you've got to be there, and you've got to do school pickup and drop-offs and everything else. And especially if you don't have family nearby. If you do have family nearby, rely on them. Use them. Use them as much as possible. Because when you're on your own and you're sick and you're the primary caregiver, it is hard. You can't just say, kids, I'm sick, I'm not parenting today. Mind you, the other parent might do that and refuse to not see the kids when they're sick. But if you're the primary carer, unfortunately, you've got to suck it up and still keep living your life and still keep parenting. It is hard. Keep it as simple as possible. If you've got older kids, get them on board. Get them to help out. Do things easy. Do baked beans on dinner. Do your 2-minute noodles. Order Menulog, Uber Eats, whatever you can do to make your life as easy as possible. If you've got friends and family around, use them. If you've got people that can make you a meal or make the kids a meal at least, use them. If you've got family that can come and stay or the kids can go and stay with them while you're sick, use them, because being sick when you're a single parent is hard and nobody prepares you for that until you're actually in that situation. You're like, fuck, I don't want to parent. I am too sick to parent. Sometimes it's worse than having a shocking hangover, but you've got to get up and keep going. So that's something that you don't prepare for, but it's something to keep in mind and just have some backup options of what you can do. And if you've got a cooperative ex who can help out, then definitely use them. Get them on board. Come and get the kids. I'm sick as a dog. I need you to help out. Do whatever you can, because it is extremely difficult being sick as a single parent when you're the primary caregiver. Next tip, find your people. Find your people. It is so important to find people that just get you, that understand you, that get your stupid sense of humor, that get your sarcasm, that don't take things personally, that don't think you're being a bitch, that don't think you're being nasty. When you make comments, they get your humor. Find your people. Find your people. It's so important. People that are understanding of your journey, where you're at in your single parenting life. Meet other single parents. Do it through Facebook chats, group pages, mum groups, dad groups, any kind of group. There's groups for everything these days. Find your people. And in times like when I just said, when you're sick, you can use them for that. And when they're sick, you can help them out. Find your people that are there for you. Even if it's just someone when you're having a shit day and you just feel like yelling at everyone, call this person up and just say, hey, listen, I am fucking over it. Let's grab a coffee. Because you can't do it all on your own. Physically, sometimes you can. It's hard, but you can. But mentally and emotionally, you need some support. So make sure you've got someone there that you can fall on or you can fall back on when you need to just chat or vent or just get some nice advice. Have someone there for that. Tip number 8, learn to say no. Now, this goes to so many things. Well, this applies to so many things. It applies to when your kids ask for things. I know I was always a sucker when my daughter used to always ask for something because it was just the one. Oh, well, not was, it still is. But I was a sucker. Whenever she asked for something, when we'd go to the shops, I'd feel guilty and I'd give it. I'd buy it for her. Whether it be a little toy in the toy section, a little lolly, a smoothie or a milkshake or an ice cream, anything. If we'd go somewhere and then she'd do the sweet little puppy dog eyes and then I'd give in. But it's okay to say no. You don't have to give in to them. And this doesn't just apply to your kids. It also applies to friends. And when people ask things of you, when people are asking you to help out, when people are asking you to go somewhere, when people are asking something of you, don't feel like you have to say yes. You and your kids are the priority here. If someone asks you to do something and it's going to impact your family life or it's going to put you out in some way, it's okay to say no because you don't have someone else to fall back on. Maybe they do. Maybe they do have a husband or wife that they can ask for help. Maybe they do have parents around that they can rely on for help. So don't feel obliged to always say yes to other people. Your welfare, your well-being, your mentality, your emotional health is just as important as anyone else's. You don't have to say yes to everybody. If you feel good about it, if it's something you want to be a part of, if it's something you want to do, if it's something you want to help out with, by all means say yes. But if you're deep down in your gut thinking, fuck, I don't want to do this, or I don't have time to do this, or I don't have money to be going out and doing that, say no. Say, sorry, I just can't on this occasion. Sorry, maybe next time. Say no. You don't have to do things just to make other people happy, and then you're just going to end up being miserable. Look after you. Say things or do things for you and your kids. And it's okay to say no to your friends or to other commitments. And it's okay to say no to your kids. Because remember, when you're saying no to your kids, you're also helping out with your spending as well. Because it's easy to get in the habit of just saying yes, yes, yes. And then all of a sudden, all your money's gone. So let them be aware of what you're spending your money on. Let them know, no, kids, we're not spending today. We're going to put this towards a holiday. Or no, I need to save. I've got this due this week. I'm not spending any money. Say no. It is okay to say no. Number 9, it's fun. It is fun. It has its moments. It's stressful. There's a lot going on. It's hard work. But once you get through all that and you get your place and you get your schedule and you get your routine and your flow of life going, it's fun. You can enjoy it. You've got your time to yourself. The time you have with your kids, cherish that time. It's so beautiful. I just had my birthday. For those of you who follow me on Instagram may have seen that. And I was going to do a nice big celebration. I was going to organise a few drinks and dinner with a few friends and organise a nice catch up. But then I thought, no, you know what? I just want something low key this year. And I just had a nice quiet birthday with just me and my daughter. And for me, that was special. That was nice. And I was happy with that. You don't need to kind of worry about who's in your life and who's not. You have the most amazing relationship with your kids. Don't forget that. Use that time and have fun with them. And when they're not with you, you have your own fun with your friends. Single parenting can be a lot of fun. You're in control of your life. You make all the decisions. You make all the choices. You are the boss of your life. It's all up to you. So if your life is miserable, if your life is shit, if you're not happy, why? You are deciding how it should be. Change something if it's not going your way. You are in charge. Make it fun. Number 10, use your time wisely. Now, as a single parent, we are very strict on time. Most of us are very time poor. So we don't just do things for the sake of it. We do things because we really want to, or we do things because we have to. So when it comes to weekends, when you are kid-free and you've been invited somewhere that you just don't want to go to, or on the flip side of that, you do have your kids and somebody has asked you to go somewhere and expecting you to put your kids in care or get a babysitter or find someone else to look after the kids when you don't have anyone else. Don't do it if you don't want to do it. There is nothing worse than when someone invites you out on a weekend when you have your kids and they make you feel like shit because you don't want to go out. You want to spend your weekends with your kids. Well, I can tell you I've been in a number of those situations where I was invited out to places and I would never make plans, and I still don't. In the whole 10 years I've been single parenting, I never make plans for social gatherings, catching up with friends or anything on weekends when I have my daughter. I have my daughter every second weekend. Yes, I have it during the week, but during the week is very different than weekends. During the week is all school stuff, after school activities, homework, cooking dinner, cleaning. It's very scheduled. Weekends are very different where you can have fun. I don't like giving up those weekends that I have the opportunity to have fun with my daughter to do something that I'm not really interested in doing. If it's something like a birthday or a wedding or something special, then most definitely I'll make the effort to try and attend. If it's something that I'm not really interested in and I have my daughter, then that comes first. Even if it's something that I am interested in, but it's something that I can do anytime. It's not a special occasion. It's just catching up for dinner or drinks. Nope, sorry. My kid time comes first. The weekends I have my kids, that's what I'm doing. I'm being a mum. If you want to catch up for dinner, then these are my free weekends. We can do it then. So use your time wisely. When you have your kids on those weekends, do fun things with them. Spend that time wisely. Enjoy that time. Because quite often people get lonely or they miss their kids. So this is your time to do stuff together. And then when they are with the other parent and you do have your free time, use this time wisely to do stuff that you really want to do. If you want to get out and let your hair down, go do it. If you want to go out on a date, go do it. If you've just been under the pump and you are friggin' smashed and you're just tired and you want to just chill out, then you know what? Just have a chill, relaxing night in. And I've done that many times too when I've been invited places and I'm like, you know what, I'm tired. I just want to stay home. I just want to stay home. And that's okay. So use your time wisely. Do what is right for you. Do what is right for your kids. And don't take on commitments that you're not wanting to do or that interfere with your parenting schedule or that interfere with your schedule that you're alone and you had other things that you wanted to do. Use your time wisely. And also don't forget, as I was just saying, we don't have a lot of free time. Our life is constantly scheduled around our kids' schedule. It's constantly go, 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 go. There's very little time where we can just stop and just do nothing. So don't take on commitments that you don't want to do or that you're not interested in or that are going to interfere or impact with your schedule. Put your needs first. So that's just some of the things I've learned as being a single parent. We all learn different things as we go. There's many, many other things that I have learned, which have also been discussed in previous episodes. But just to run through those things with you again quickly, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Don't stress and think your world's ended. It's all fallen to the shit. No one likes you. Everyone thinks something bad of you. Everyone's judging you. No, don't think that. It's going to be okay. I promise you'll get through it. It is going to be fine. It gets easier. It gets easier, trust me. The longer you're in it, the more you'll realize, the less you start to stress about the little things, the more you focus on you and putting your needs first, it gets easier. And that's when you learn to start to put your needs first. You realize that you're in charge of your life. You can control it how you want. And that's when you realize it's not so difficult. Number 3, don't forget that your negative emotions only affect you. When you're angry, when you're bitter, when you're annoyed, when you're frustrated, whether it be about work, whether it be about your ex, whether it be about money, and everything's all piling up, and you feel like you're about to explode. All these negative things that you're thinking and worrying about and stressing about, it's only impacting you. Stop, wind down and relax. And the more you let your ex rattle you and piss you off, the more it affects you, the more it upsets you, the more it affects your parenting. So try not to let the little things get to you. Number 4, look after you. You are a priority. You're a priority. Don't forget to do stuff for you. It's easy to get in that mind frame thinking, okay, got to get the kids here, got to get the kids picked up, got to get them dressed, got to get them showered, got to get the reading done, got to cook dinner, got to make their lunches, whatever it is. It's easy to get in that routine of just thinking, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. But you've also got to look after you. So don't forget to look after yourself. Number 5, being sick is hard. It's not a positive on this one, but it's hard. So just make sure you've got someone to fall back on, plan ahead. If you've got older kids, get them on board. Use your delivery services. Use what you can. If you've got frozen meals in the freezer, use your delivery service from your supermarket. Order some frozen meals that you can just chuck in the microwave for the kids, and there's your dinner and lunches or whatever it is if you're home on the weekends. Use what services you can to help you out, because it's not fun being sick when you are single parenting. And get what people, friends, family, whatever you have, get them on board to help you out. Next one, it's fun. It really is fun, and it's not really shown in a light like that, is it? Single parenting is not looked at like it's a fun thing. Regularly judged like, well, in the context of who wants that? Who would want to live like that? But when you get your routine and everything sorted and you get your whole life in order, it's fun. It is fun being in charge and running your life your way. If you're not there yet, I promise you, you will get there. But it is when you learn to look at your life, realizing, you know what? I have full say over this. I can do whatever I want. If I don't want to go to that party, I don't have to go. If I want to leave early, I will leave early. If I just want to get up and go for a walk, I will do that. You can plan your life how you want it. Number 7, be money smart. Be smart with your money. Don't just spend, and you're spending everything that comes in. You need to have a little backup fund for things, for emergencies for your kids, for school activities, for new shoes, for dentists, for anything. You need to have a backup fund of money. So try and focus whenever you get money coming in, put a small amount into a savings account each fortnight, and then slowly it will add up. Use it towards a holiday, use it towards any emergencies, use it towards anything. But make sure you do not spend all your money. Have a backup fund. Be money smart. Plan your budgeting. Do whatever you need to. Work out all your expenses so you can get on top of things. Number 8, find your people. We need our people. Find your people that uplift you. Find your people that are positive and encourage you and support you and want to see you do good in life and are there to help you on times like when you are sick, on times when maybe you can't pay a bill, and they can help out. Here's an extra $50 or $100. Just give it back whenever you can. Whatever. Find your people that are there, even if it's someone that you just need to get out and have a walk with or a coffee with or whatever. Find your people. They are so important on your single parent journey because you're doing it all alone and you need someone there that you can vent to or talk to or just be there for you, just to listen to you. Find that person or group of people. Number 9, learn to say no. You do enough as it is as a single parent. You don't need to be taking on extra stuff that you don't want to or that you physically cannot or that you can't afford. Say no. Say no to your kids, say no to friends, say no to your work if they need to do overtime, if you can't do it, whatever it is. If it's something that doesn't sit right with you, that you don't want to do it, don't do it. Learn to say no. It's okay, and put yourself first. Number 10, your time is important, so use it wisely. When you have your kids, use that time with your kids to do fun things with your kids. Don't just think I have them every day during the week. So when it's the weekend, I'm just going to organize time for me because I need me time. But you know what? You need fun time with your kids, not just serious mum time, not just serious homework time, not just serious cooking and shower and reading time. You need fun time with your kids too. So when it's your weekend with your kids, allocate it well. Use it wisely to do fun stuff with your kids. When they're with the other parent, use that time wisely for you. Don't do things that you don't want to do. Don't do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Don't do things that you feel like you have to do. Use this time wisely, because you don't get your weekends free, or you don't get every weekend with your kids like some people do. So if you don't want to take on kid-free invitations on weekends that you have your kids, then don't do it. If there's something that you have a kid-free weekend and someone's invited you to go out somewhere and you just want to relax because you don't get enough time to do that, then you do that. Use your time wisely and use it how you want it, because we're very restricted with time as a single parent. So be smart with it and use it wisely. So there's a few tips that I can give you as single parenting. Now, I hope you got something from this, and I do hope you found them useful, because a lot of these things I wasn't prepared for 10 years ago. When I became a single parent, I look down the track and think, fuck, if only someone told me, Leanne, get your finances in order. Or Leanne, don't sweat it. It's going to be okay. It gets easier. It's fun. There's so many of these things that you just don't know. You become a single parent and you just go with the flow. You just do what happens naturally. You don't plan for things. You just don't know because you're not in that situation before. So these are 10 things that you can get some value from it, and you can use it in your life and go, yeah, fuck, I need to set a budget. Or you know what? Fuck, I'm not going to make those plans when I have my kids. If they want to see me, they can wait till my kid-free weekend. Whatever it is you've taken from this episode, I hope it's something, because like I said, you just don't know when you're in that situation. You just go with the flow and hope that it all works out. But it always does work out. But having these little tips will make it so much easier, and it's a lot quicker to find that more positive path and to get you back on your feet when you look at it from a more positive mind frame, and when you realize it is going to be okay, because it is. So thank you again, everyone. I hope you got something from this. And if you are looking for some more tips, I do also have that single parent ebook on the website. It's got everything about your single parent journey that, like I said, you just don't know when you become a single parent. Nobody tells us this stuff. Who helps you go through this? You just wing it as you go. So if you want some extra support and you're not able to wing it on your own, jump on board. They've got that ebook there. It's only $7.99. Have a look. It's got some fantastic advice here. I think it's like 150 pages. I can't even remember now, but it's got crazy amount of pages full of information, jam-packed. Jump on, have a look. So thank you all for coming back. 2 episodes every week, and that's it from me. And until next time, I'll be in your ear. Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplusone.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after plus one.